Take a look at this video and see how this young lady is turning snail farming into a multi-millionaire business and also an international business. Just watch. This is one of the most cheapest, one of the easiest business to run, and also one of the most peaceful business to run in this country currently. Just watch. You will see how this lady picks the eggs. She collects the eggs of these snails and hatch them, train them, they grow to this size you are seeing now, and she exports some of them out to Canada, UK, US, and other European countries, while she also exports processed ones of this thing. In fact, just watch and see things for yourself. You will see how she collects the egg. Look at how people come to buy these things from her in baskets. All these things you see here are snails. Now watch and see how she picks the eggs. Now, after collecting these eggs, you will see the next thing she do with it. And according to this young lady, now she's trying to hatch them. She has to bury them under this that is at the surface of the soil and cover them. This is she collecting the snails after a few days of hatching. She collects the snails. You see, as tiny as they are, just watch how she handles it from here. You can see them. All these are baby snails. Now she has to bait them, that's clean them up, and then transfer them into a system where they start to grow. This is how what she transferred them into. After, these are banana leaves. She has to soak it in water because these snails love water a lot. Now, after soaking the banana leaves in water, she scattered those snails on the leaves. And then there's another method she's showing us on how to also hatch them. You can hatch them inside a plastic instead of, if you are doing it at your backyard, maybe in the city, this is how you use plastic to do the hatching. You can see these ones are ready. It doesn't take too long to hatch. But she trains people exactly how to start till finish, and she has established a lot of young people who are now into snail farming, exporting these snails to different countries out of Nigeria. Now, the good news about it again is that these snails, for the fact that she doesn't even have to, spend money to buy new ones, because just from once you've started it, you continue to use their egg to hatch more and more and expand. Now, there's another part of it that is money, which is this the fluid she's collecting from the snails, and it doesn't buy the thing. So she just take the water, the fluid, and return them back to the farm. And she said this thing is also very expensive. She sells them. It is used for some skin, according to her. Of course. Now, what she's doing here is that these snails, during Harmattan season, they try to hibernate. That is, they will shrink themselves inside and they will not grow at that time. So during Harmattan season, that's the only time there is call to duty, serious call to duty, because you have to be watering them often to keep them moist. You can see how these things are growing very fresh and very big. Sometimes people just make money out of what you can never imagine. Who would have told me today that I'll be watching a lady turning snail into a multi-million naira international business, and I'll believe it. Look at them. Now, one reason why I consider this to be one of the most lucrative and one of the most peaceful business to run is, number one, these snails does not, I don't think they get sick that you need a vet, how do you call those doctors that treat animals. You don't need them, and you don't need to buy medications for them. I think it's just basically their feed. And this feed, this lady also knows how to prepare it from their shells. In fact, everything is recycled. So there's a lot to learn from this woman.